Jason, artist and animator for ToonBuds.
I'm Jeremy, storyboard and business side of ToonBuds.
And today we're drawing the 4Ds, the villains of the ToonBuds world.
They're based off of everything like canvas fights. So we have,
Our first one here is the Dark King.
I was going to say, which one's that? It's King.
He's the leader of the 4Ds. It's like, I try to keep them very like shapy. I think all the characters besides these ones were made before I started doing animation, and then when I started doing animation I started thinking about like what I would want to animate, and I was thinking of these characters that were all just like one solid color, so it'd be easier for me.
No, exactly. Plus, like, they can like shape a little bit and more fluid.
Yeah, and it's kind of representative of like what they are, like the shadows, like the evil part. So you can see the crown there, and he's got like his staff, which you can kind of see like the eyes are. He's got two eyes, but one's in a staff and one's like in the center there. And then he's got 3 generals with him. The first one I'm putting up there is Depression.
Yeah, represented by like a rain cloud.
Yeah, so it's like representative of like the mental side of things, like the depression, anxiety, stress. We try to bring some meaning into these villains, not just create like some random villains for them to fight. We wanted like
To make sense.
and use this opportunity to tell some more meaningful stories.
Yeah.
Because we have a ton of ideas with these guys. Next one we got over here is Disease. It's like very snake-like. And it's like the physical like side of things. It's like Disease can like you feel like you're strangled, almost like a snake. I don't know.
Yeah, it takes a toll on your body.
Yeah.
Kind of slithers in.
And I try to like use different shapes with each of them. Like the Dark King's got like circles, the Depression's got like curves, the Disease has got like triangles, and then I'm putting in Dullness. He's the last general over here. He's like squares. He's got a big tie. And he represents more of like the recreational side of things, making things more fun.
Less boring.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're not so square.
Yeah. There's little meanings like that with all the different shapes and stuff. And with the Dark King, I tried to incorporate like all the other general shapes within his shape in a way.
Yeah, and he's just darkness in general.
Yeah. He's like their leader. He's the one who's like got the plans. Yeah, as you can see, they're all like kind of shadowy. Just one color for me to animate, which I'm like, makes it easier for me.
Still looks good though.
No, I like this like silhouette type look. I used a lot of like shadowy things like that in my artwork anyways, so I feel like it matched the ToonBuds, even though they're not like in the same style, if that makes sense, but it still matches the world.
Yeah, no, definitely. They definitely feel like they fit in.
Yeah, they're the 4Ds, but they're like 2D technically, and they're interacting with a 3D world.
It's a lot of Ds.
Yeah. And then we have different like I said, we have a ton of different stories planned with this. We're trying to make more like meaningful stories with them. And we even talked about giving them like final forms.
Yeah.
This isn't even my final form.
This isn't even my final form. Yeah, I have a lot of ideas. I just gotta figure out what direction I want to go with them.
Yeah, we're trying to make them a real big part of our next big animation. And we're still like developing them out more because
Yeah, I was supposed to say, we have them popping up from time to time and
Yeah, you'll see
work
them
and
pop
stuff.
up, but
During our winter animation, slightly.
yeah, they make an appearance. We have another animation where dullness makes an appearance, but we have like this grander scheme story with them all planned out. I know with this, I was just like, I wanted this piece to be real shapy. I wanted it to be all like flowing, and I needed to fill up the whole space.
Yeah, it definitely looks like you filled the whole space.
And yeah, and I just wanted to get all the different like
Shapes.
in there.
Oh, that tie.
Yeah, usually it's a little bit smaller, but then I was like, you know what? This looks kind of cool, really big. Get some squares in there. There's a triangle. You can see what shape like is inspired by them, by their eyes and stuff.
You were really filling in every space.
Well, I took a step back and I saw the white over there, and I'm like, all right, I got to fill in some of these white patches here, just like composition wise. Yeah, and around him was like, I was like, oh, this is the biggest spot that needs to be filled in, and it's like, what do I fill it in with?
Jail?
No,
Oh,
squares.
squares. Oh, that makes more sense. That's you like jailing him in. What's happening? Oh, I like that. Oh, but so many squares to fill in.
Yeah, a lot of squares to fill in. And because they're in these like shadowy forms, we can have them like morph around and pretty much like do whatever we want.
Yeah. I definitely try to sneak them into things as much as I can.
Yeah, they haven't made too many appearances, but they're in the backgrounds.
They're in the shadows.
Yep.
Yeah, I definitely want to do a lot of big things with them in our like next animation and really like push them forward. Donuts was really good in the bongo. What is it? A bongo day keeps the donuts away. It was really cool seeing him like moving that.
Yeah, that was like a test one, and it was also that animation was rushed.
Yeah, that was a rush job.
We were like trying to enter this film festival, and we only had like so many days to do it, and I was like trying to pump it out as quick as I could, and it didn't even get into the film festival. I was like, ugh.
Yeah, that's when we're like, we gotta take our time with these and not rush them.
Yeah, because I definitely want to bring the quality up. Because I'm like, if I had more time, I could do some crazy stuff, but it's like, oh, there's no time. I'll throw some triangles in here.
Oh yeah. Fill in those spots.
Yeah, just a few white spots that I was like, it needs a little bit more over here. I'm like happy with the way they turned out. It's definitely I don't know what it reminds me of. Like there's something in my mind, probably from some video game or something. When I made the Dark King, he was the first one I made. And he's definitely a little bit warped in this picture, but he is kind of like all encompassing. So I feel like he can be a little bit warped like that.
Yeah.
He's also the only one who has hands.
Yeah, I was about to say.
I mean, the other ones do have hands. They could just like extend their shadows out and stuff. But these are like their base forms. And
Yeah.
then I took a step back and realized like all that was too close to that line, and everything needed to be separated a little bit. So I went around and erased some of that. It's like I got too many squares actually.
That was funny. Made all the squares and then deleted them.
Yeah, just because in some places it was like they were blending too much into that, so I like went around and erased like around just to give it like a thicker outline between them and whatever is in the background.
Oh. We got someone else here.
Yeah, I thought it's like let me throw in Bongo here. He's the one who's leading the charge, I guess, in the fight against the 4Ds.
That is true. Oh, I like the little smoky hair there.
Yeah. It's like give him like a sword and a shield, try to like signify, try to take this like picture that was very like almost negative in a way and try to like uplift it, make it inspiring and like standing up to these 40s.
That's what it does. No, I like that. The Stone Shield, I think, was a good choice, too. I mean, everything always changes from your sketch, though, so...
Yeah. I was like, you know what? He shouldn't just be like straight back. His arm should be back a little bit, and his other arm should be a little bit forward.
The ready to strike pose.
Yeah. Give him the cross joint sword. And the pot leaf shield. A few extra smoke things on his hair, so it's more blowing in the wind.
Even cooler. So what's this ray coming from above? We got some light?
Yeah, I wanted some sort of spotlight on him. I think I go through a couple iterations, but I was like, let me color him first before I figure out what I want this light to look like. There's my shortcut for getting in the...
Tie-dye! Woo! And we get some lightning.
Yeah, I don't... I think it's, the light changes a little bit because I wasn't turning out the way I wanted it to, so yeah, go backwards a little bit. I want the edges to be a little bit more in shadow, so I try to add some more like black around the edges. And then the shadows that are cast on Bongo from the light. Which isn't that many. He's pretty small in this whole composition though.
I like that.
No, zooming out, I wasn't sure, but then looking at it, I was like, you know what, I really like this. Because it shows him like standing up to these like giants.
Exactly. Just like ready to battle.
And I like messed with the light a little bit. Because I didn't want to go too dark, because then all the shadows would blend in, and then I messed around with putting an outline around everything, and then I didn't like the way that looked, so I think I took that out. And yeah, you can see I was having trouble. I was like, I know I want this light, and then I think I actually, did I turn the light green? I'm trying to remember what I did in this.
Yeah, I'm not sure where we're going with this.
Zoom out a little bit just
Oh,
so
it turned green.
Yeah, I was like, all right, and I like the green light because it's,
Brings a little bit more meaning.
yeah, it brings more meaning. It like puts the focus on Bongo more because the green stands out.
This came out pretty good.
Yeah, I was happy with the way it turned out there. Even though I kept messing with it there at the end. I think this is a completed picture now.
Yep. 4Ds.
4Ds, watch out for them.
They're out there.
But the ToonBuds are here to help.
Alright. Thanks, everyone. Make sure to like and subscribe.
Yeah. Check us out next week. We've got more ToonBuds to talk. Alright, see ya.
Bye.